All right, let's check out the Coro Coro leaks and get caught up on Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield news. If you appreciate the Pokemon news update, don't forget to leave a like as well. But going straight into it, yeah, it turns out that the black bar on the Coro Coro cover was covering up Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield information, which is crazy to think about going forward because Coro Coro pretty much never censors the cover. Like, we even had Dusk Lycanroc being leaked right before it was announced with all the other things going on, so that added to the mystery. But with Pokemon Sword and Shield, looks like Game Freak is giving Coro Coro exclusive information, but they don't want it getting out too early, which is going to be really interesting to keep an eye on as we go more into the Pokemon Sword and Shield reveal cycle. But now we have all the scans to talk about when it comes to Pokemon news, and yeah, we're in like a pretty crazy state because the biggest one is going to be the Name the Pokemon Move contest. And it looks like I got a little bit of the information wrong in my last video about it. I didn't know that it was a 140 base power special move. Special moves are really rare, or not really rare, but I mean, they're really strange and don't really fit in with the steel typing. So what this does suggest is it's going to be a new Pokemon. I'm still not like super on the bandwagon of it being, oh man, it's the Wolf Legendary because it's going to be steel because Sword and Shield. I don't want to go that crazy into it. I don't think that it'd be like that hard or like, you know, like that heavy, that forward of a teaser in a way. But maybe it could be that way because next month is May, and May is when we get the legendary Pokemon reveals. So this could be preempting the legendary Pokemon reveal. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, and the thing about the steel typing is, as it stands, you know, special attack is one of the lowest stats. That attack is well represented in steel, but special attack not as much so, and usually getting carried by like legendary Pokemon, stuff like that. So I was thinking, yo, a 140 base power move that deals 50% back would be pretty wicked to see on the Aggron. You know, if you could find like a way to Trick Room it and then just blow up your opponent, could be a better one-shot option than the Metal Burst, but nah, it doesn't really work that way. Same with Kling Klang, same with really any Pokemon you can think about except for legendaries. So like Dialga has a decent special attack, Aegislash has a decent, well, actually a really good special attack. So when you look at that, that's it, but it's mostly just either very defensive Pokemon or more offensive focused Pokemon or just Magnezone, Lucario, and legendaries. So it was kind of weird, but now that we know that, it makes things a bit more interesting to break down when it comes to the legendary Pokemon, or just like steel type Pokemon in general. And the craziest thing about it is, like, we were expecting to see maybe a screenshot of this move, maybe exclusive Pokemon Sword and Shield gameplay, but we didn't get that. We have Pokemon Sun and Moon, or Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, Lucario using Flash Cannon to represent the steel type 140 base power exclusive Generation 8 move. So that makes me really concerned for the Pokemon Sword and Shield news reveal cycle. Like, I was hoping that Game Freak would just say, all right, we're doing things differently for Generation 8, non-stop news, just spoiling the heck out of us and just giving us all like the crazy details, because there should be enough in the Generation 8 games to just non-stop reveal and then keep people hype. But right now I feel like the hype is really dying off. A month and a half since the initial teaser trailer, it's really only 50 seconds of trailer compared to the minutes that we got for Pokemon Sun and Moon. And now we don't even get like a sneak peek at gameplay. So either this is going to be incredible when it finally busts out in May going into E3, or yeah, we're just kind of like Game Freak is doing something really weird with this and hopefully not being too conservative and ends up dropping the ball on a lot of the hype. So I mean, like, I just found that to be so weird and crazy. But it also like kind of shows like this Coro Coro collaboration might not be as grand as we thought. They're naming an exclusive move which might belong to legendary Pokemon, but they're not getting any exclusive screenshots at this time. The other stuff, just kind of rehashing on Pokemon Sword and Shield. In last month's issue, they did say they were going to be bringing a lot of Pokemon Sword and Shield news in the future. So next month, probably going to happen as well. We'll have to keep an eye on that. The other scan just kind of showed TCG stuff going on, and then we also had the new movie. So Coro Coro keeping on top of the new Pokemon movie as well. And I don't think he wants to talk about this, but I don't remember seeing that in the Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back trailer that we just got. So it looks like a new screenshot showing off the Dragonite, Ash's Pokemon, Brock's Vulpix just kind of hanging around, and then the Mewtwo event. So the Mewtwo event is actually live right now in Pokemon Let's Go, and because of the region unlocked nature of the Switch, it's just straight up available for anyone that has a code. So pre-order tickets for Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution go on sale in Japan starting today. Those who purchase one will get a special Mewtwo for their Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee games, and that's kind of the card that you get when you pre-order the tickets, and you can just straight do it. Here's the Mewtwo you can download for your Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. ID number is July 18th, 1998. Same day the original Mewtwo Strikes Back came out, and it's region unlocked, and it has a pretty boosted stats. We can say that the Mewtwo in the movie is fully awakened, and that could be because of the armor, but we still don't know the shenanigans going on with the armor. In Pokemon news, again, just kind of like going on with the trailer, I was really hoping for April, but just seems further and further away, even with like the teases, even with the expectation, even with how big Pokemon Sword and Shield is. I don't know. Like, I also find it really strange that when we look at the leaks that we had, or yeah, the leaks of scans, you know, it showed from the trail, it's like, come on, Masuda, Omori, deliver, give us the goods. But now it's just kind of gone cold, colder, very cold, and at this point, it feels like the community is effectively without a Pokemon Sword and Shield announcement. We're just kind of waiting for the big news, and then people will eventually commit into it. But I mean, we've also had this little teaser, you know, with over 800 Pokemon, with more on the way. Winky face. I'm getting tired of the memes and the cheekiness of the Pokemon Twitter since they're not revealing anything, but they're keeping it interesting, I'll say. It just doesn't go anywhere. And if we scroll up a bit, then we can see that they actually retweeted the new Pokemon movie trailer. So also kind of like keeping everything connected, but this didn't also relate to Pokemon Sword and Shield. Like, that would have been the ultimate crossover, kind of like having Sylveon in Generation 6. Sylveon being a new Pokemon for Pokemon X and Y, the more information we got about the movies, the more related to Pokemon X and Y. Mega Evolution from Mewtwo's new awakened form, I think is what it was ended up being called. Then we also had Sylveon, everything kind of coming together. But with this, the armor, that just seems like it was, you know, a leak that has gotten out of hand and increased expectations beyond what might actually be reality. We do get that little bit of Mewtwo in its armor that I likely just skipped over or something. I don't know. I don't want to play the full trailer because copyright shenanigans. But yeah, so like they're retweeting it. They're actually more connected with the Japanese news. You know, they said news from Japan when it was first announced for the new Mewtwo movie. They're really promoting it. It seems like it's going to get a larger theatrical release, especially following up Detective Pikachu. So I mean, there's a lot of promotion going on, but doesn't do anything with the games. So it feels kind of weird. As for other things going on with the official Pokemon YouTube channel, people were disappointed because the last two trailers have been Pokemon Duel. Now, there's probably a lot of people that play Pokemon Duel. There's probably a couple whales out there, maybe even in my audience, that have spent tons of money on the games and will constantly update with it because they find it entertaining. But I mean, there's just something off about this. You know, we got Forge a Path to Greatness, Pokemon Sword and Shield. So we had this, we had the hype, we had the momentum. Back-to-back Pokemon Duel trailers. Where's the Pokemon Let's Go patch? You know, or the Pokemon Let's Go DLC. Anything for Pokemon Let's Go would probably be just slight amounts of hype. Or where's Pokemon Quest? I thought Pokemon Quest was infinitely more successful than Pokemon Duel. I thought it had more downloads. I thought it had more, like, income earned off of the sales and stuff and the microtransactions. So where did it go? Like, I remember seeing a lot of articles and stuff, but you don't really see any of the stats and numbers behind Pokemon Duel, yet this game is still being supported. So, like, that's kind of like my little gripe and disappointment. We're getting Eevee's little saga going on, some anime promotion. So, I mean, like, everything else is kind of going good in the world of Pokemon. It's just that it's kind of being dropped down when it comes to Pokemon Sword and Shield being updated and giving us that information, you know? We have to scroll back pretty far. Like, there's VGC stuff in the way, international championships, but that is pretty cool. They re-uploaded, or not re-uploaded, they made it to where you can watch Pokemon Movie 2000 on the Pokemon channel. So that's pretty much it. The end of the video is going to be a little bit of a rant and complaint, so if you're against that kind of stuff, click off the video before you leave a dislike. Like, I don't know why you click on things to get upset, or you just get upset instead of just, like, accepting things. Cerebi has been really dropping the ball because Joe Merrick didn't post the Coro Coro. Cerebi didn't post the Coro Coro. That I have to rely on Poke Experto now for all the scans, and that kind of like goes against what Joe Merrick has usually done. Now, another thing is, I'm really against showing the Cerebi website right now after Joe Merrick false copyright struck one of my videos just to teach me a lesson in bad faith. Like, he did a bad faith strike. My lawyer said I pretty much had the case won, and then he ended up dropping it. But I mean, like, yeah, we have this. So we had the information about what was going on with the Coro Coro special, Steel 140, stuff like that. Expect that to be officially shown in the next few days when we get clear images of the magazine, so be sure to keep checking back. And you keep checking back, and there's no scans posted to the website. And we also didn't really get what Joe Merrick expected in Pokemon Sword and Shield gameplay. A lot of people expected it, didn't end up happening, so Joe Merrick ended up getting that wrong. And then no scans, so it just kind of got buried. And this has been happening a lot recently, and I feel like that's been making the Pokemon news really weird for like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Let's Go, Pokemon Sword and Shield hype, anything Pokemon Switch related, because if there's expectation and then it doesn't deliver in the Coro Coros, Joe Merrick just doesn't post it. When in the past, he's kind of posted the insignificant screenshots. So we had this, May 2016. We had the official starter reveal, which was pretty hype, but Coro Coro didn't follow up on that. Coro Coro just had, you know, little updates about the movie and not too much else information-wise. Same with 2017, like posting the Ho-Oh as we were waiting for like new things, like, oh man, when's Pokemon Sun and Moon 2 coming out? When's Pokemon Stars? Is there a Pokemon Switch game on the way? So as all that hype was developing, all we had was April 2017, still months before Ultra Sun Ultra Moon was announced in June, and still posting this thing about a Ho-Oh event. So, I mean, Joe Merrick used to post it, but now that the hype is kind of built up, and Joe Merrick has, like, a lot of resentment towards the Pokemon community taking information further than he would like to see it, he's just kind of been gating Coro Coro when it's never really been that way in the past. We have August 2012, just talking about events and stuff when it comes to Black and White, and then this in March 2014. So, 2014, no announcement of Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, just going to be Darkrai tie-in, with the movie. Yeah, Darkrai event, because that was what was voted on in the polls for Pokemon X and Y going into the movie. So whenever there was drought, we would at least get to see the Coro Coro. But now if there's no delivery of expectation, Joe Merrick has seemed to not want to post the Coro Coro, and I find that a little strange. I just want to put that complaint, because that's why I'm like, well, I guess someone's got to cover it, and I'll do that. And yeah, I think the really compelling thing is that we have Pokemon Sun and Moon representing Pokemon Sword and Shield. I think we also had that happen last month too, when it came to the Coro Coro scans. So a lot of weirdness going on, and that's just kind of where we're at right now. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.